There are only a few Star Alliance loyalty programs that you can transfer your Chase, American Express, Citi, Capital One, and Bilt points to, and one of them being Avianca LifeMiles. And in my opinion, it's one of the better ones, and in this video, I'll go over my 4 reasons why. My name is Max, and I help people maximize their airline miles, hotel points, and credit card points. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below, and let's get started. I've transferred and redeemed over 260,000 credit card points over to LifeMiles, and I currently have 80,000 LifeMiles sitting in my account. So I'm not new to LifeMiles, and I actually used LifeMiles to book some of my Star Alliance flights, which is why I was excited when Avianca LifeMiles wanted to sponsor this video. So thanks Avianca LifeMiles for sponsoring today's video. So let's get started with, there are a lot of ways to earn Avianca LifeMiles. Avianca LifeMiles is a valuable transfer partner of several major credit card issuers, including Capital One, Citi, and American Express. This means you have the flexibility to transfer your points from these credit card programs directly over to Avianca LifeMiles at a 1-to-1 ratio. For example, if you have 10,000 Capital One miles, you can transfer them to Avianca LifeMiles and receive 10,000 LifeMiles. These instant transfer options allows you to quickly and easily redeem your credit card points for flights and other rewards through Avianca LifeMiles. If you're interested in exploring any of these credit card options and taking advantage of the benefits, my link is down in the description, and go check out some of those links. Applying through those links helps support my channel. Next up are transfer bonuses. Take advantage of transfer bonuses throughout the year. They come every couple times a year, and when you transfer your credit card points over to LifeMiles, this is a great opportunity to maximize the value of your credit card points and earn even more LifeMiles. For example, for a limited time from September 15th to September 30th, 2023, you can earn a 15% bonus when you're transferring your Capital One miles over to LifeMiles. 10,000 Capital One miles transferred with the 15% transfer bonus would result in 11,500 LifeMiles, an extra 1,500 miles. 100,000 points transferred would result in 115,000 LifeMiles, an extra 15,000 miles, so you get the idea. One thing to note is that sometimes when you're transferring your points, you may see the transfer bonus from the credit card issuer, or sometimes it might be from LifeMiles. For example, when I log into my Capital One account, locate my eligible Capital One Venture Miles credit card, click on the redeem option and choose convert rewards. From the menu, look for the Avianca LifeMiles options, and you won't see the transfer bonus here, but there is indeed a transfer bonus. You can check that by going to lifemiles.com and go to the deals, and you'll see the transfer bonus here. I'll also drop the link in the description as well, and sometimes LifeMiles sends emails about these transfer bonuses too, so make sure you receive those emails. The bonus miles and the transferred miles may reflect in the LifeMiles account statement in 2 different transactions, the regular transaction and the bonus transaction. These transfer bonuses come around several times a year, so check the link in the description for more information. Next up, booking Star Alliance airlines with LifeMiles. Avianca LifeMiles is a member of the Star Alliance network. As a LifeMiles member, you have access to a wide range of benefits, including the ability to earn and redeem miles with numerous Star Alliance partners. This unlocks the ability to travel over 1,300 destinations worldwide with LifeMiles. For example, I can fly United domestically in the United States, I can fly ANA to Tokyo, I can book Lufthansa flights to Germany, I can book flights on Swiss to Switzerland, EVA Air to Taipei, Asiana to Korea, and the list goes on. This is the full list of Star Alliance partners, so you have a ton of options when you're redeeming your LifeMiles for Star Alliance partners. Next up is LifeMiles award pricing. LifeMiles competitively prices their award tickets, especially if you add in the transfer bonus. Let's take a look at business class. So here's a chart showing some example redemptions from US to Asia, US to South America, US to Europe, and US to Africa, comparing the redemption rates for LifeMiles, Air Canada, and United. By just looking at the numbers, you can identify which airline requires the fewest amount of points for the same exact flight in business class. And so I put a star next to the airline that requires the fewest amount of points. Air Canada wins the US to Asia route. US to South America, LifeMiles wins. US to Europe, LifeMiles wins. And then it's a tie from US to Africa between LifeMiles and Air Canada. And so LifeMiles redemptions is good in some cases. Air Canada is good in some cases. United, definitely not an option at all. But if you add the transfer bonus on top of LifeMiles, even a 15% transfer bonuses, that reduces the amount of credit card points you need to transfer over to LifeMiles. And LifeMiles essentially wins in every single category and every single route, from US to Asia, US to South America, US to Europe, and US to Africa. It beats the redemption rates for Air Canada and is way, way better than United. So these rates are also pretty good and are competitive compared to what Air Canada and much, much better than United would charge for the same exact flight. But if you throw in a transfer bonus again, that again beats Air Canada and what United is charging for the same exact flight. So let's switch this over to economy. So similar concept here for economy class, US to Asia, South America, Europe, and Africa, LifeMiles, Air Canada, and United all compared, and the redemption rates for each of these routes. And LifeMiles has the lowest redemption rates in these categories. And then of course, if you add a transfer bonus on top of that, it gets even better. So for economy, it's kind of a no-brainer to book through LifeMiles. And then if you stack a transfer bonus on top of that, it turns a good deal into an even better deal. So points pricing is very competitive, and throw a transfer bonus on top of that, it gets even better. Avianca LifeMiles doesn't pass on fuel surcharges, so you know you won't get screwed over on the taxes and fees. There's a $10 to $25 booking fee, but sometimes even with the fee, it's still better than booking through other partner airlines. I always recommend shopping around and seeing which option requires the fewest amount of points and which requires the least in taxes and fees. Next up, how to search for award flights and redeem Avianca LifeMiles. The first step to searching for award availability is to go to lifemiles.com. I see a lot of people make this mistake of going to Avianca's website. You don't want to go to Avianca's website. You want to go to lifemiles.com, and you want to make sure you're logged in up here. Log in and then click on travel. When you click on travel here, it takes you to this page where you can run your search. And what we're going to do is go to one way. We're going to go to SFO for now, and then we're going to go to Seoul. So it's ICN, Seoul Incheon, and then go ahead and hit search. This gives you a calendar, and then, for example, I want to go to July 15th, and you can kind of go through the dates here. I'm going to click on July 15th, and then this shows you the results. Economy on the left column, and then business class on the right column. These are nonstop options, but there's also options for connecting options as well here. And of course, we want to go nonstop. And so if you want to go to economy, you can select one of these. If you want to go business, you can select one of these. So that's how you run a search and find that award availability. Now that you found the award availability, all you have to do is transfer your credit card points over to Avianca LifeMiles and complete the booking on Avianca's LifeMile page. I hope you found this video helpful. Check out the links in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to go check out the current transfer bonuses that Avianca LifeMiles has until the end of September 2023 and other ongoing offers. Here's also a playlist to show you how to maximize your credit card points for maximum value. Thanks to Avianca LifeMiles for sponsoring today's video. Keep maximizing your points, and I'll see you guys in the next one.